So they're spending all this money trying to make people see the fairy tale. But we know it's not really a fairy tale because we can see what is happening. We can see that they've done things that just don't look right in the eyes of public opinion, of those that actually pay attention to every story that goes out about Harry and Meghan and the things that they have done. Everything from the court cases to the interview with Oprah to the information that comes out where they try to override or top stories that come out about Will and Kate so that their stories are not highlighted. It's like we can see the intricacies of the stories, but a lot of people that are not following it, like I've always said, are not going to see the intricacies of this. So this is where their PR comes in, and they're able to paint the picture, of the pretty, sunny skies and the flowers and the smiley faces and the family, and we're just doing so wonderful. I'm the black disadvantaged girl that's gotten rescued by a prince. This is the pretty picture that the people see, that they're paying people to see through their PR, right? E.T. Tonight and or Us Magazine and all these different shows in Canada and people on different television shows that are like entertainment shows. Like they're going to carry the narrative that they are paying so much money for. But hey, this is what people do. They pay for to have this good PR, right? And so now we know most recently that, they're taking people to court and, people are seeing that they're taking people to court, but they're not really following the court cases. They don't really understand the essence of it. And this is what they're relying on. They're relying on the American people not really following it because they never really have followed it. In America, we just kind of see glimpses. The royal family here. Oh, the queen's walking and she's on the balcony. Hi, queen. Isn't that just so nice? Just the queen up there, but we don't know why the queen there. We don't know why the queen's standing up there on that balcony, what the meaning is, the traditions behind the things with the horses and, the queen, memorials for the different things that they do or honoring their traditions. All of this, is beautiful. It's like the narrative for pageantry. It's the nice, feel good, fluffy stuff. Okay, but as I've learned more about the royal family, I see that this is really seated in a lot of meaningful cultural things. And unless you're looking at it for what it really is, you're only going to see the surface things of the things that just come our way. There's just a lot of things that people are not paying attention to. And I think they have relied on that heavily. Hence, this is why that they left the royal family, because they knew the British people were going to see right through that nonsense. Because when she was out spending all this kind of money, on her dresses and spending the taxpayers' money, she knew. She was like, I got to get from up under these folk. They kind of know a little bit too much of what I'm trying to do. They too much all up in my business. But if I'm spending money over in America and I'm doing things in America, Americans are just going to see, I'm an American and, I was an actress and, I married somebody over in that foreign country over in England. And, they're not going to know the intricacies and the details of the information that the most people in the Commonwealth and the British countries are going to know. Now, we know there are the exceptions, the Americans that are the exceptions, but I'm talking about the mainstream in America. I'm talking about the people that follow the mainstream. They're going to see it not in depth. Okay, so this is what they rely on. This is what Meghan and Harry rely on, because it helps them to have their story be told and people to really buy into it so they can feel good, they can feel good and all like cozy inside. Ooh, the princess or the duchess, whatever you want to call it, those kinds of things. And so we see that Mr. Markle is now starting his YouTube channel. He's starting to have a voice. And this is how I see Mr. Markle taking his voice to this platform on YouTube. He had to do it. He really had to, because at what point do you sit back and wait for the phone call by being a good father? You're being a good, papa. You just like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, when you gonna call? And the phone call never comes. The phone call never comes. They're still doing things to call out the family. There's this book, Finding Freedom, and the lies that were intentionally planted to make your family look bad. There are interviews and big talk show host Oprah Winfrey lies told about the family. But yet Mr. Markle's supposed to sit and be a good papa. Like, that's my daughter. But what she say about me? She's speaking bad about me. After what? Over a year since this whole debacle went down, which we know from the very beginning, she never really intended for him to come to the wedding anyway. So it was always the plan to out the family from the very beginning. So no matter how well behaved Mr. Markle was going to be, or how much he intended to apologize for something that he knew or did not know his daughter was going to be upset about, like, how long do you hold that grudge? Like, how long? At some point, is there any point for forgiveness in your heart at any point? So in order to kind of not keep going further down in the, the depths of cruelty being spoken about you, at some point he had to rise up and voice his opinion about, hold up, wait a minute, y'all, let me say what I gotta say. What she's doing, she's lying. And just because she's a duchess doesn't mean she doesn't lie. But it makes most people see, hey, that makes me feel good when I see the duchess talk. And I can't fathom the fact that she could be lying, because she's a duchess. I mean, come on now. She's a duchess. She ain't lying. Her daddy lying. Yeah, her daddy lying, because he ain't a duchess, or he ain't a duke. So he's the one we got to look at with the side eye. We got to look at our duchess here, because she makes us feel good, and look at what she's saying. So we got to believe the duchess. And so Mr. Markle speaking is really to his protection, to his reputation, and everything that has been put upon him because of what his daughter has achieved. It's like collateral damage, so to speak. He just is going through life and boom, what, you famous. What you do? Like, you don't know what to do. This is not your territory. You live in a quiet life in Mexico, and all of a sudden people taking your picture, putting it on the front pages of magazines. Like, how do you respond to this? How do you possibly have any kind of reckoning to this situation that you never wanted? But yet and still, the way you got here is kind of like just completely ignored. That's not right. So there's just really no responsibility even taken on the side intentional act that got you to where you are. Like, there's no responsibility taken at all to help you circumvent this situation that you found yourself in. And so now Mr. Markle is speaking, he's letting his voice be heard, and after 2 years, one episode, now Megan decides to have her voice heard. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Stop the presses. I'm going to come out. I'm going to speak on my Spotify. I got this deal and I haven't taken full advantage of it because, I'm just kind of too busy, But my daddy, he talking. Well, I better start saying what I gotta say. Oh no, he ain't gonna get a leg up on me. I'm gonna come out and start having my voice be heard. Isn't that just kind of suspect that when you see your daddy start speaking on the platform, you want to all of a sudden start to use your platform? And now it's like a little teaser that's come out about it. Oh, but it's going to be in the summertime. Well, what you doing? Why you can't start now? That's what I'm wondering. Why you got to wait till summertime? It's already been 2 years.
And could it be she's waiting till the summer to overshadow the Queen's Jubilee?
Okay. When it's summer, she gonna come out. So we see that Megan is starting to speak out on her Spotify. And I'm gonna be talking about the Spotify thing. That's just gonna be a little bit separate. But just trying to have this voice now, because you know that your dad is going to be speaking, and you want people to know, well, hold up, I'm coming out and I'm gonna actually use this platform for these millions of dollars that I got. I'm just gonna start using it now because shoot, he making me do it. My daddy making me do it. Now look, I wanted to sit on my butt and just wait around doing it, but now he gonna make me get up off my butt and make me start speaking on this platform that I was just given for millions of dollars 2 years ago. Okay. You know what I'm gonna talk about? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about how people say words that make these women feel like they ain't got no value. They ain't got no worth in the world. You know, the whole idea that Mr.
Okay.
Markle is speaking, I think makes them very uncomfortable, as it should make them very uncomfortable, because it's like, how dare you behave this way and treat this man like this?